Okay, so this video is to show you a little bit about how to get started with Pear Deck. The first thing that you're going to want to do or want to understand is that Pear Deck is really integrated into PowerPoint Online. And so you do all of your work in PowerPoint Online, whether you start from an existing PowerPoint or you create one directly from Pear Deck, the website. When you click create a presentation, when it comes up, it's going to come up in PowerPoint Online. And it's automatically going to bring up this slide, and this slide just tells you as the instructor exactly how to make this work. So open the Pear Deck add-in from the toolbar, add the interactive slides, and then make sure that you're presenting with Pear Deck. So I'm going to take you through those steps in more detail. I'm going to go ahead and bring up a PowerPoint that has already existed. So I'm going to bring up that IB Inquirer PowerPoint, and I have it right here. When I click on it, you'll notice that there's really like nothing super special about this. This is just from a professional development that I created a while back. And so I'm just going to use this as an example. The way that you start to get the add-in for Pear Deck, you're going to want to go to Insert, and over here on the ellipsis, you're going to click Add-ins. It's not going to come right up for you. You're going to go to the search bar and type in Pear Deck, and then it's going to come up. And when it does, you're going to click Add. So again, it's Insert, ellipsis, and then type it in and click Add. After you've added it in, then you're going to find it in your home page. So home is where you find all your fonts and everything like that. You're going to go again to more options, and at the very bottom is going to be Pear Deck. When it comes up, it's going to come up as kind of like the sidebar over here. And a couple things just to see. First, you have the template library that has all sorts of templates ready-made for you to just slip into your PowerPoint presentation. You have your critical thinking templates and your SEL templates that are just really quick links right there. Something to note about those. When you click on one of them, it shows up as a separate presentation. And the way then that you give yourself access to it, because it says read only, you don't have permission to edit, so you can't copy anything out of this presentation. You can't do anything with it until you go to File and click Download As, and then you're going to want to download a copy. It'll download it for you down here, and then I went ahead and uploaded it back into a file folder for myself. You'll also notice that as soon as you start with Pear Deck, that this Pear Deck file automatically pops up into your OneDrive. And that's where all of your sessions are going to kind of save automatically. So, for example, when I just opened a new presentation from home, that untitled presentation showed up automatically in my Pear Deck files. Okay, so that's how you work with the templates. You have to save it, and then you would just copy and paste those directly into your presentation. So, for example, in the social emotional learning template, if I want to put in something about active listening, then, or I want to say, what's the difference between your opinions? I'm going to click on it, and I have to use my shortcuts. So I'm going to push Control and click C to copy that slide. Then I'm going to go here, click on the slide that I want before the slide that I'm about to put in, and click Control V. And then it's going to automatically insert that template right in there. Now I'm going to show you how to use these questions right here. So these are things that you can put into a slide that you've already created. So let's say that I want to put something into my question within a question. So if I want teachers or students or whatever to be able to fill in the blank in here and write on my slide, I'm going to select draw. And draw does several things. It allows students to actually physically draw with a pencil or write with a pencil. It also allows them to choose to select the text option. And so then once they click in the open box and kind of select the space they want to type into, then they can just type their answer. And all of that happens on the slide. If I were to select text, it would open up a box to the side of the slide that students can type their answer. If I want to make it a choice, that's again going to put those choices over to the side of the slide for the students. Same with the number. On the website, the idea behind the website is that it opens up the website next to a smaller version of the slide that you are posting. However, with PowerPoint Online, it does not allow that. It's one of the limitations of using this through PowerPoint instead of on Google Slides. But even with that limitation, students can still click on the link that's in the slide, but it's just not quite as interactive. It doesn't have the qualities that you would have, say, if you were using Google Slides. And then the draggable is, again, another way to move something on the slide. So you want them to select something out of a number of options on the slide. You can select a draggable dot or a draggable pin that students can kind of drag around the slide to make some selections. It's not limited to one draggable. You can have several. They can be lots of different shapes. So we have already played with the draw, and I'm going to show you this from the student's perspective as well. Here, I'm actually going to go down here a little ways. Here, I'm going to have a text. So I'm going to select text here. One of the things I need to keep in mind is that this bar down here has to be there. So everything that's on the slide has to be moved up. So I'm going to move everything up here. So that then students can write their response. That bar can stay down there. Okay, and then one of these slides is good for a draggable. So I'm going to show you this draggable option. You can change this draggable to whatever you want. Here are some different indicators. Has some math symbols. We have some numbers here, some people, and then some other symbols. This would be good for like if you wanted them to share the most important thing that they learned out of a number of options, the thing they're most excited about out of a number of options, that kind of thing. So in this case, I'm going to just make it a flag. You can also add more than one, and you can change each of them so that they all look a little bit different as well. I'm going to remove that one and just do one. I'm going to update this slide. Up here, I might have students sharing a number. So just so that you can see it here. So I might show some choices. Okay, and then I can add lots of different ones. Okay, so with those selected, I'm going to show you this from the student perspective as well as on the teacher dashboard. I would encourage you when you are, especially when you're first starting out and you're creating these, that you have a student view open in a different tab just so you can kind of understand what it looks like. Remember, when you present this, you don't want to click the present up here for the PowerPoint online. You want to select present with Pear Deck. And when you select that, you can have a student-paced activity if all of it can be run by itself. And this could be more of like a student-paced formative assessment, or you can make it an instructor-paced activity. So you'd be sharing your presenter screen and you would have your teacher dashboard and possibly even your student view over on your other monitor or on a separate screen.